Hi, here's Ziyuan. Welcome to our video. Now we are going to discuss about the teenager obesity issue. Next page. There are 8 steps in our presentation. We will analyze step by step and clarify the details. Next, let's start with the introduction. In the current generation, the issue of children obesity is rising as a global problem. Our presentation will discuss how to resolve this issue with efficiency and effectiveness. In this case, our team will use integrative thinking model to solve the problem with the complete process. Now let's welcome Leyan.
Okay, thanks for doing speech. Now let's start my part of presentation. Currently, the children obesity already causes extremely serious and negative consequences on people's physical issues and the economic growth dramatically. For the healthy issues, to be more specific, the physical health problem become increasingly serious. According to the research, 25% of Australian children between 5 to 14 years faced the overweight issue in 2018. In addition, the psychological problems are equally vital. Due to obese children might face bullying. Moreover, the future problems of obese children were still concerned. Due to the children obesity at the very beginning stage of life will cause more fatal disease when people get added. For example, the heart attack and the vessel disease. Equally, children obesity will increase the cost of medical care significantly, while the productivity of the country will suffer more loss due to the physical disease. So why we need to resolve the children obesity problem? Particularly, a good living style will be succeeded by the next generation to guarantee our children, even the grandchildren's physical capability. Also, the children obesity is completely capable of avoiding, which will keep children away from disease, will save a huge amount of medical expenditure. A healthy childhood growth will acquire more self-esteem to children, while the research shows that the reduction in children obesity will improve the standard of their grade. Overall, the most important reason to eliminate the children obesity is that it's a really good way to enhance their living quality. I've done my part of speech. Now let's welcome Peng Rui to give his speech.
All right, thanks for the definition. And we're going to start the integrative thinking process by 4 stages. In the first stage, we have pointed out 2 opposing models within the problem. We got model 1, which is a social responsibility model, and the model 2, the self-responsibility. This model have different approaches to tackling the problem, with model 1 emphasizing the role of government and industry, while model 2 emphasizes individual and family responsibility. Our next piece. Now, let me provide a summary of the main strategies for each model. Model 1 aims to create a healthy environment led by government and the industry, guiding everyone towards a healthier society. And Model 2, on the other hand, aims to empower people and families with the knowledge and tools to make healthier choice by themselves, promoting personal responsibility. And next, please. And we have found 5 key players of those models, which are government, school, industry, include manufacturer and the retailers, and community and family. Next, let's delve into the roles of 5 stakeholders and their connection to the strategies within each model. In model 1, the government set rules of unhealthy food, raise taxation on unhealthy food, and limits advertisement might expose to children. And the industry check products with manufacturer making more healthy choice and smaller package for unhealthy food. School increase outdoor classes and provide healthy meals in their lunch in school. And in model 2, the government and the community promote healthy foods and executive like public advertisement about the dangers of childhood obesity. And the school gives some parents like some handbook and gives lecture to teach both children and parents about the risk of obesity and how to make a healthy lifestyle. The school and community can offer more place to exercise and the chance for children and that they can choose the sports they're really interesting. And also manufacturer and the retailers as industry put warning labels on packaging and in stores to remind family or children of the risks of the unhealthy food. And also in this mode, in this battle, families are really important because they should learning about the healthy lifestyle and making better choice for their children, like providing healthy diet and lead them to do more exercise and with like a family outing or just simple car washing or cleaning the house. All right, let's turn to the stage 2. Thank you.
In stage 2, we examine the model in equals similarity, difference, their value, benefit, and tension. For the similarity, there are 4 points. Firstly, they both influence children in an objective way so that can solve the obesity in children. Secondly, both models have a common goal of reducing childhood obesity. Thirdly, both models require target group change their living style for reducing children obesity rate. And finally, they all need the government to take the lead and set up the series of regulations and policies, and then the cooperation of others to solve the problem. For the differences, firstly, it is prefer short-term affection in Mode 1, but the outcome of Mode 2 require longer period. Secondly, in its government establishes 2 different policies and strategies. Thirdly, Mode 1 requires more parties than Mode 2 to cooperate. At least Mode 1 is relatively compulsory, and Mode 2 requires more self-awareness. In both models, different stakeholders would gain different benefits. For the government in Mode 1, the tax increase on junk food will give the government extra tax revenue. In Mode 2, the improvement of childhood obesity will reduce many diseases caused by obesity, thus reducing the burden of healthcare. For school in Mode 1, because schools have to cooperate with the government to carry out more physical education programs, they will get some extra subsidies. Will in Mode 2, the diversified sports activities in school or allow students to choose their favorite sports, improving their mental and physical fitness, and thus improving their learning efficiency. For related histories, in Mode 1, and more research and development of healthier food products will gain a greater advantage in this era of increasing emphasis on health. While in Mode 2, this initiative will allow companies to enhance their reputation, attract more investment in, and increase brand value for communities. Restaurants in this area in Mode 1 offer healthy diets, which will also attract more people to choose to live in that community. While in Mode 2, through government guidance and promotion, people will raise their own awareness of health living, thus creating a better community development. Finally, for families, they have the biggest gain. And the healthier the children, the happier the family will be, and even avoid some unnecessary events to some extent. And next page. There are 2 main tensions in each of Mode 1 and Mode 2. At first, in Mode 1, high-handed policies from the government may cause public discontent and lead to the fail of policy implementation. Moreover, tax regulation will all cause the entire food industry to protest which distill the order of the society. And then in Mode 2, it is difficult for children to exercise and control their diet for a long period of time. In addition, parents of adolescents do not have a comprehensive understanding of proper diet and exercise, leading in inadequate supervision. So next will Outcome Xiaorong give us a speech for stage 3.
Some snacks will cause an increase in the price of snacks, which will lead to a decrease in the demand for snacks. This can be explained by the demand curve. When the price of a good rises, people will buy less of it. Next page. The extension of physical education classes will increase the energy expenditure of students. By increasing the amount of time spent on physical education in schools, children are unable to get more exercise, which causes greater calorie consumption and reduces the likelihood of childhood obesity. Next page. Promoting healthy lifestyles can increase health awareness among young people. With increased health promotion and education, health awareness among young people will also increase. Next page. Adjustments to the packaging and advertising regulations for junk food can cause children to become less interested in them. Reducing the size of junk food packaging and making it look bad can reduce children's interest in it. Next page. First, we use the hidden gem pathway analysis. The two gems of the model are government regulations for food manufacturers and an increase in health advertising, respectively. To combine these gems, the government could promote awareness of childhood obesity through the media and legislative regulations on children's diets. At the same time, subsidies are offered to producers or retailers who are willing to develop or promote healthy foods. Next page. We then use the double down pathway. For Model 1, legislate relevant law or regulation on the promotion of junk food. For Model 2, government advocates healthier food structure to decrease the obesity rate. A new model will need to include the following points. Firstly, the government should enact laws and regulations to limit the growth of junk food manufacturers. Secondly, penalties and taxes should be increased on retailers who sell junk food to children. In addition, those working in the food industry should also look at how to process food healthily and make healthy food choices in order to avoid financial penalties while reducing obesity rates. Next page. Finally, we use the decomposition pathway. A new articulation is divided into two parts. The government will introduce new policies and make new regulations, and also ensure that food traders and retailers comply with these new regulations. A new model would consist of the following. Firstly, the government would introduce new laws and regulations to restrict the sale of fast food, junk food, high-calorie food, and other foods that contribute to obesity to children. Secondly, the government will provide financial resources to subsidize developers of nutritious food products. Thirdly, for food manufacturers and retailers, they will need to reduce the production or sale of high-calorie children's food to address the problem of childhood obesity in the initial stages. Now let's welcome Ziyuan again.
Okay, stage 4 is the prototypes assessment. Next. We discovered a survey from Central's Missouri News. The bar chart represents two dominant factors that lead to overweight are irregular exercise and unhealthy food, respectively. Also, attractive advertising inspire teenagers' interest and be promoted to buy the junk food. This is also a factor caused by the lack of self-control. According to Bay Area adults, now let's see the pie chart on the right. They think the obesity is more about a public issue, which takes account for 52%, and 45% is about a personal issue. Next. In this case, the government will be a dominant role and set reliable strategies. First, legally adjust the food industry through monetary control, like tax or fines. Second, schools could encourage the student to do more exercise and refine the diet structure. 3, for manufacturers, they could refine the ingredients and develop more healthy food. And for retailer, they could reduce the exposure of the unhealthy food in the store. And the community could supervise the local restaurant and indicate the calories on the menu. And the family can supervise the children to do more exercise and scientifically control their diet through the official website or handbook. Next, Le Yan.
Okay, thanks for Ziyuan speaking. Through 4 stages, we analyze, compare, evaluate, and investigate similar successful cases through 2 models. The new model was developed. Through our group's teamwork, we believe that all stakeholders have responsibility in resolving the issue of children obesity. Specifically, it's necessary for government to restrict to sell high-calorie food to children to avoid the children obesity. Besides, school needs to awaken children's health awareness to guarantee their physical condition, and for food industry, the manufacturer needs to consider how to produce healthier food for children, while the food retailer needs to sell less high-calorie food to children. In community, which needs to establish more sports activities to stimulate children to participate in, while in family, parents need to utilize scientific method to join in the progression of improving children's physical ability. Okay, now let's welcome Perret to give a conclusion to our project.
All right, thank you everyone. And in conclusion, with a carefully designed and complete process, integrated thinking allows to opposing solution to be updated into a stronger model. And during this process, we got a lot of reflection in our group work, and we got some reference lists below. And thank you for your watching. Next page. Yeah, this reference list.
Thanks for your
Thank you.
Thank you.